I'm Eileen Harvey, and this is my health and career project. First of all, instead of doing the regular write out our weekly meals on the calendar, my mom and I decided to actually take $60 and go see how long we could survive on our food. First and foremost, doing this project and going out with only $60 made me feel really sad because there are people who have no money and they have to survive on foods that are just terrible for you. Like bacon, for example. For the regular bacon, for 26 pieces, it was about $6, and it's full of fat and salt. For the turkey bacon right beside it, there's about 10 pieces in, $6 again, really lean, lower salt, and it's the same price for not even half of the regular bacon, the bacon that's bad for you. So that made me feel really sad because I know people that have to live on very few dollars a week. One of the things that my mom and I learned while we were on our little journey in Save on Foods was that when there are items for 2 for $1, you can buy one item for the price of the 2 for $1. So if 2 boxes of granola bars are $7, you can get one box for $3.50 instead of $4. So that ended up saving me some money. Also, my mom and I ended up using the buy one get one free offers, which also helped. We only used a couple of them as we only have $60 and we're only going for 1 week. Another thing that I found really helped is the fact that we had a Save on More card because we were able to save $7.95 off of our total purchase. Going to the store also helped me feel more aware because I was able to compare the prices right there. I was able to weigh the food and I was able to see the ingredients and the percent daily value, whereas in a flyer you can't see that. It was also difficult because I had to make choices for our food groups. Since the proteins were too expensive, my mom and I were only able to get some chicken and not much other protein. So we had to get a jar of peanut butter in order to get our proteins. So in going from, my mom and I usually ate a couple of pieces of chicken, a steak or two, pork. During the week it was chicken and peanut butter, which was a really big change for me. And going out, I also found that there was absolutely no luxury at all. Like, we couldn't get little treats or anything. It was just what the main food groups that we needed were. I also experienced some moral issues. For eggs, for our protein, my mom and I always get free run or free range eggs because it's just better for the chickens. But the ones that we usually get are $5, $6. So, and then the cheaper ones are the ones where they're kept in cages the size of your head. So that was really difficult. We ended up having to get one, and on the carton it said, "Our hens live in spacious environments." What does spacious mean? The eggs were about $3, and so we didn't want to go too inexpensive because then we're just promoting abuse against the animals. I also found that I could barely buy our food needed. Again, I had to sacrifice things like for dairy products. I was only able to get one small tub of yogurt for 2 people for 1 week. From the food that my mom and I bought for the $60, the amount of food that we bought is what I would eat in a couple of days. And it's also very difficult because I have a big appetite, so having to buy small things is really difficult. Yeah, so I have everything that I bought laid out on the counter, and you guys are going to see it in just one sec. So here's all the food that I was able to buy with $60.70. I was able to buy 1 carton of 2% milk, 2 bananas, 1 loaf of bread, 1 box of spaghetti, 1 carton of eggs, 2 apples, 1 can of peas, 1 can of corn, 1 carton of yogurt, 1 Kraft Dinner, 1 peanut butter, 2 cucumbers, 1 container of rice, 6 pieces of chicken, 6 small pieces of chicken, 1 container of juice, 1 bag of frozen vegetables, and 1 bag of fresh vegetables. So for me, I am able to eat that in a couple of days, just for me. So it was really difficult to get stuff that both my mom and I could eat, because we both eat a lot of food, which was a real eye-opener, because we just started thinking about people who can't afford that, who have disabilities and can't pay for their transport to even get to a Save on Foods or a Safeway. And so that was really difficult for my mom and I. Before we went to Save on Foods, we spent 5 hours planning out meals to put on the calendar. Even then, we weren't able to find something that could work without having to eat chicken every single day for leftovers for dinner. And even with what we put on the calendar, it was still way over budget. My mom was with me, and we were able to put on at least $20 or $30 more on her card from food that I would need but that I couldn't buy. And then at Save on Foods, we ended up spending an hour and a half or 2 hours there. I spent 10 minutes deciding on which kind of eggs to buy, because I was having such a difficult time choosing between my morals and what I need to do for this assignment. So that was really difficult. I was also able to compare and contrast the different prices, as I said earlier. So in this flyer sheet, it says that you can get a box of Cheerios, a box of granola bars, and 6 or 8 yogurts for $10. And so that seems like a real deal, but then when I looked through the rest of the flyers and when I went to Save on Foods, it was actually a little bit the exact same of what it would be if we had bought the items separately. So I think that is a real marketing for them, just to try to get you to buy things even though it's the exact same. So yes, that is my health and career project. Thanks you very much for watching, and I hope that you have a good day. Bye-bye.